Hi guys, I'm Luann and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a homeschool mom of two. I have a 6-year-old daughter named Adalyn and a 2.5-year-old daughter named Amelia, and this is our first year homeschooling. So if you are just visiting us, go ahead and check out our other videos on our YouTube channel that talks about how we prepared to start our homeschool year. We started homeschooling 6 days ago. We've never homeschooled before outside of basically having to due to the school shutting down. But about 6 months ago, my husband and I kind of made a decision that we thought maybe homeschooling was what was going to be best for our daughter due to just our personal experience and what we feel like she needed. Our daughter was in a public school, the same public school I went to, my mom went to, my grandpa went to. We absolutely love the district. We respect the district. We know they're doing everything they can, but we feel like maybe for our child that homeschool might be the best option. So today's video is a little bit about how our first week went homeschooling. I've never done this before, guys, and that's why I kind of wanted to go forward with this journey on YouTube so that other moms that have never done this before can kind of see how I have went through it and figured it out and made it out on the other side. We hope, friends. So this week was crazy. I had really high expectations and not a lot of wiggle room at the beginning, but as the week went on, I figured it all out, and I think we've come up with how we're gonna do things. So today is Saturday. My kids are with my family because I have a wedding very early tomorrow morning, and I'm a wedding photographer. And so they're with my family, and so I thought I'd sit down and talk to you guys about our first week. So on Monday, I was super excited for Monday. I went to bed early, put the kids to bed. Guys, I put my kids to bed and they came out 30 times and refused to go to bed on Sunday night because my daughter was super anxious. And when I finally got them all to bed, I tried to go to bed pretty early, but guys, I was anxious. I went to college for 2 years to be a teacher. As anyone that has went to college for 2 years to be a teacher, at that point, you're not at the teaching point. You're getting educated. You might know a little bit, but it's not quite there where you're actually learning how to teach yet. So I always had a passion to be a teacher. I teach Sunday school at my church, and I have for the last 7 years, but I never really knew that I was able to do this. I decided to drop out of college when my husband moved home from the military and we got married, and I was a photographer, and we were so busy that going to college to be a teacher just wasn't an option anymore for us in order for me to make the money I needed to make right then and there. So I knew I loved teaching, and I knew at one point I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher for my kids. So I was nervous. And so Sunday when I finally fell asleep, I had my alarm set for 7:30, but my husband woke up at 6:45 for work, and I was up. And by the end of the day, I was so tired and I didn't know what to do. I was exhausted. I also am on intermittent fasting, so I hate black coffee. So all I do is drink water until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So by 1, I was dragging. So I got out of bed at 7, which is not like me. Anyone that knows me knows I like to sleep in. Sleeping in is important for me. And so I woke up at 7 a.m. so excited, got everything set out, got everything going. And then I sat down and got myself ready. And then I sat down and did a Bible study. This is something that I've done all 5 days because I feel like this is so important for me. Spending my time with the Lord in the morning, I think, has saved me this last week and has given me some time for myself that I'm not willing to negotiate. So I had everything set out for my Bible study the night before so that when I got up on my table that we homeschool on, so when I got up, it was there and I would feel too guilty to move it. So I had to do the study. So I did the study, and then at 8 o'clock, I played the Good Morning song by Gene Kelly, and I woke my kids up, and they were cranky, and they didn't want to get up. So they got up, I got them, I had them get ready and have breakfast and brush their teeth and do all of their stuff, and then after breakfast, we got started. My 2.5-year-old was not happy her sister was getting all of my attention. All of those hours I spent on busy boxes to make her and all of the things that I put together for her were of zero interest. Her only interest was making me crazy. 2.5-year-olds are rough. If anyone has ever had a 2.5-year-old, they know this. And I was so annoyed, and I was trying to say happy and upbeat and excited for my 6-year-old, and really I was so tired. So we started out and I got everything done, and then we took a break after our morning baskets, which if you don't know what a morning basket is, you can check out my video that talks about our morning basket. Basically, it's our time with Jesus and our handwriting time. So we do our Bible study, we do our devotional, we do handwriting, and I'll read a book to her, whether it be out of our Bible or out of just any book that her and I choose. Like this past week we did Who Was Walt Disney and Where is Disney World in the Who Was book series that we love. I highly suggest them. And then after we finished all of that, we went outside and we took her first day of school photos. This is something as a mom, before I became a mom, I always pictured, that first day of school where you're taking your kids pictures and they have their new backpack and their new shoes and their little sign and they're so excited. And that was something I didn't want to lose out on just because we were homeschooling. So Adolyn was in her cutest dress that she picked. She actually was the same dress that she wore in kindergarten for her Meet the Teacher. And she doesn't grow very much. And she wore that, and I took her picture with a little sign that said she wanted to be president when she grew up. And if that girl says she wants to be president, she will probably be president. She already is campaigning and asked our entire family to vote for her when she turns 35 and is able to be a president. Including her baby sister that's 2.5 and just goes, yeah, sure, whatever you say, Lynn, I have no idea what a president is. And so we did all of these things that I love about sending my kid to school, and then we came back in and we finished up the day with English and math. By the time we were done, guys, I was falling asleep standing up. I was so tired. And I posted in there's a Facebook group that I'm in, and I was like, guys, am I always going to be this tired? Is educating my child for 3.5 hours going to be this exhausting forever? Like, am I always going to be tired? And they were like, no, Mom, you're not. This is a start. Just let it adjust to you guys. So I realized at that point, 7 a.m. wasn't ideal for our family. 7 a.m. was not a good time for us to wake up. It just wasn't. And it wasn't serving our family by me being exhausted by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I moved things around. And what I learned about that is, wow, I'm the boss. I'm the teacher. I choose when school starts, not the 8:48 that her elementary school starts now. I can pick what time I want my family up. So I adjusted things a little bit. So I realized I do need to go to bed early. So I was in bed by 10 o'clock. I had my phone off and on my Audible book. So I wasn't able to search my phone anymore, but I could listen to my book. So I listened to my book. I listened to Harry Potter on tape on repeat, all 7 of them, over and over and over again. So I turned that on around 10 o'clock, and by 10:30, I was sleeping. And then I let myself wake up. I let my kids wake up. And when my kids woke up, they were happy. I played the good morning song still, even though I wasn't the one that woke them up. They sat and had some relaxed time and some waking up time, because I don't know why I thought that my kids wouldn't be like me and need time to reboot. And guess what? I still got my Bible study time in because my kids wanted to sit and eat their breakfast on the couch and watch their tablets or a movie for a little while. So I had my 30 minutes of just me time while my kids had their breakfast in the living room and watched their tablets and played with toys and had their waking up time. And then we got ready and got dressed and we started homeschool around 9, and guess what? We still finished before lunchtime. My mom texts me, I think she texted me at 2:30 and says, hey, call me when you're finished with school. It was like 2:30. I called her, I'm like, hey, what's up? And she goes, oh, am I interrupting anything? Is everything fine? I'm like, no. I said, we've been done with school for 2.5 hours, Mom. She goes, how? I'm like, Mom, Adolyn was in a kindergarten class with 23 children. It's just me and Adolyn. And then Amelia kind of just do, going in and out. So she was like, oh, that's amazing. So as we went on these 5 days, we kind of learned when Adolyn starts getting bored, or when she needs a minute, or when she might need a snack. And I've kind of come to the realization. I set an alarm for 9 a.m. So if the girls aren't up by 9, I can get up and get them up. But if the girls are up before 9, I don't wake them up anymore. That's our new rule in our house. That's our new goal. It's just that we're all up by 9 and up and out of bed. So by 9 a.m., we are up. The kids are taking 30 minutes to themselves, and I'm taking 30 minutes to have my big glass of water, maybe an iced tea or a hot tea, and I am having my time with the Lord. Then I'm getting ready while Adolyn's getting ready. She's getting dressed, having her breakfast. And by 9:30, we're sitting at the table and we're learning together. And for about 45 minutes, we're doing our morning basket stuff. That includes Bible study and things like that. Check out our morning basket video, as I said earlier. Then Adolyn gets a 30-minute break. She can do whatever she wants in that 30 minutes. That 30 minutes is when I update my group. I sell clothes and body shop products. So in those 30 minutes, I'm doing a couple dishes. I am grabbing myself a snack if I want to break my early fast, if I'm starving. It happens sometimes, guys. I am updating my group. I am posting Instagram stories that I've taken while we're doing school. And Adolyn's taking 30 minutes. That 30 minutes might be her playing on her iPad. That 30 minutes might be her playing with Magna Blocks or Legos. That 30 minutes could be whatever she wants those 30 minutes to be. That could be playing outside. Every day it has been something different. One day it was Legos, one day it was outside, one day it was tablet time, one day it was a movie. And then after those 30 minutes, we set a timer. She comes back to the table and we do our other 2 subjects, which our other 2 subjects would be English, math, and then she reads me a book. That usually takes about 45 minutes. Then she gets another 15-minute break. That 15-minute break is her time to do whatever she wants to do. Usually she has a snack. And then she comes back and we'll do our extra item. That's Monday through Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, we do science. Monday, Wednesday, we do history. Tuesday, Thursday, we do science. And that usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes. And then we're done for the day. And usually it's around 11:30 noon. And we're ready for lunch. And we're ready for our day to start and do other stuff. Go outside and have recess. Play as a family. The girls can go play together in the basement. We have a playroom in our basement while I sit and work for a little bit. I never realized, not that homeschool is easy, because guys, it's not easy, but I never realized how easy it was to just go with the flow more than easy to teach. It's very easy to just kind of do what's best for our family, which might not be doing school until 3:30 like Adolyn did when she was in school. So at the beginning, Adolyn was like super nervous. Sunday night she couldn't sleep. Monday she was still nervous because she didn't know what to expect. She didn't know how homeschool worked. And then by Friday, she was telling me that I was the best teacher and the best mommy ever, which I'm sure is not going to be every day. Some days she's going to really hate me. But I think she realizes that we kind of have the freedom to learn what we want to learn, but we also have the freedom to get up when we want to get up to an extent, eat what we want to eat, to an extent. She can pick right then and there what she wants for lunch. She doesn't have to decide the night before. I decide for her. Whatever I pack in her lunch is what she gets. We have the freedom to live our lives how we want to live our lives. Monday is my anniversary. My husband and I want to go get breakfast together without our kids. So guess what? My kids are staying at my mom's on Sunday night, and Monday morning we're getting up to celebrate our anniversary, and we'll do homeschool in the afternoon once Adolyn and Amelia get home after we take them to go get donuts at the orchard. Our orchard that's close to us opened today, and we want to bring them. So what I've learned is that we don't have to stick to a strict schedule. If Adolyn needs a break, we can take a break. If I need a break, we can take a break. And just because we're taking a break doesn't mean we're going to finish it. That we're not going to finish that day. We probably will. And I also learned that in public school, there's a lot of busy work. And with homeschool, I can be more intentional on what my child needs to work more on and what stuff I don't need to just keep beating a dead horse about. So really, I never thought when this pandemic came that having my children home with me every single day was what was going to be best for our family. And now I'm realizing maybe this is exactly what we needed. When Adolin was in public school, we would wake her up at 7:30. She hated it. We were up by 7:30. We were out the door by 8:15. She was usually eating breakfast, cereal in a bag, or muffins or donuts or something she could eat in the car on our 4-minute drive to school. Then I would kick her out of the car in car line because it took, you had people waiting and kick her out of the car and say, I love you. And then I wouldn't see her until 3:45 that afternoon. And by the time she's with me, she doesn't remember what she learned. And she's exhausted. She doesn't want to go to gymnastics. She doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to talk about her day. She wants to go take a nap. She wants to be outside and not be anywhere near me. She wants to sit and veg on her iPad. And now I can take the time I have with my daughter and make it intentional. And when I became a mom, I never thought I would homeschool. This is not something that I ever thought would be something we would do. I always, from the time I was a little girl, said my daughter will go to this elementary school and she will go to this middle school and this high school, and we will buy a house. Whenever I get married, I will buy a house in this district. And I did just that. And I realized slowly how much it just wasn't a good fit for us as a family. And what a blessing that I can make that decision. I know not all parents can make that decision. I work from home, and my other job, I work for my mom. And my mom is willing to work my schedule around my children's schedule. And when I need a sitter, she's there for me. Or my grandparents live next door. I never knew that I could be a teacher to my child outside of teaching her the basics that I taught her until she was 3.5 when she went to preschool. And I can be the person that educates my child, and I can spend that extra 40 hours a week with my kid that she was spending at school. And I get the good part of my daughter now. When she was in school last year, I didn't get the good part of her. I got the cranky part. I got the tired part. I got the upset and aggravated and overstimulated part. Now I get the intelligent part. I get the learning part. I get the excitement part. And what a blessing that has been for me. I've had so much peace this week in my decision. I cried for 3 months. When it started to look like we were going to need to pull Adolin from public school because of some decisions our district was going to be making and how much Adolin does not like to learn on the computer, I cried. I cried writing the email to the school letting them know we would be withdrawing our daughter. I adore everyone at our public school, and making that decision was hard. And even up to the week before I cried, I wanted my daughter to go to the same elementary school as me. I wanted her to graduate from the same high school as me. I wanted her to be a Holly alumni like me. And she may be a Holly alumni. We may send her back to school in middle school, or we may send her back to school next year if this isn't what works out for us long term, if we realize that this really isn't what we needed. But for now, God has given me so much peace in the decision that we've made to keep her home that I am beyond grateful for this opportunity. So, mamas that are making this decision, I know it's hard. And I know I'm only a week in, and it might be all roses now and it might get bad. But you are equipped. You can educate your kids. You can make them just as smart as any other kid. And homeschooling is not as scary as it seems. You do not have to be a genius. And my one rule for myself when I got into this was that I would learn something. And guys, I've learned a ton. I've learned things about my daughter's personality. I've learned how she learns. I've learned more about my Bible because I've taken the time. I've learned how to read aloud to my kids and make it exciting, having voices and things like that, things that I never thought I would need to know. Now I know, and I've learned them, and it has been so amazing learning alongside my kids. So as a review, this week has been amazing. This week has been more than I could have imagined. It has been such a blessing to us, and my house is still clean. Guys, my house is still clean. I never realized. That was honestly one of my concerns, is keeping up with housework, feeding my kids, doing school, making sure both of my kids were happy. All of that, I was so worried. And guess what, guys? My house is still clean. All I have to do is 1 load of dishes and fold 2 baskets of laundry, and my house is spotless because I have my kids helping me clean the house. And I've intentionally made times that I can work on my house while my kids are doing things that they don't need me hovering over them with. So it went great. It went great. These last 5 days went amazing, and I'm gonna do a month update too to tell you guys after a month how I'm feeling. I've loved our curriculum that we are using. If you want to check out the curriculum we have picked, check out my curriculums video that is on my YouTube channel. We love the curriculum. We love the books that we chose to read. We are absolutely ecstatic with everything we've been using, which makes me really, really happy. We are happy with our routine, which is kind of a loose routine, but it's still a routine, and we still have things that we need to get done. My favorite part was just spending time with my girls and realizing I am capable and feeling this peace about it that can only come from God, and that I know God is giving me. Things I need to work on is just meals. I feel like meals is something I really need to work on, make sure that we're eating balanced meals every day, because I do get a little lazy with that. I also feel like I need to work on getting myself ready so I feel better. Today I did my hair and my makeup, and I got dressed in something I felt cute in, and I feel like I need to do that more because I feel better when I'm dressed nice. And then the last thing I wanted to discuss, and the one thing that has really been working for us, is our reward system. This is new for me. We've never done this. We are doing rewards, and these are little coins, and they say on the back of them, I was caught being good. So I was caught being good. And this is Adeline's coin purse. And so basically every time she does something wonderful, she finishes all of her work, she listens, she answers a question that I didn't necessarily expect her to answer the way she answered it, or she gets ready on time, or she uses the bathroom. She does struggle with that sometimes, and she goes to the bathroom without me having to tell her she gets one. She helps her baby sister with something, she'll get one. She's kind to someone, she gets one. And then she uses these to buy things. She uses them to buy tablet time. She can't have tablet time unless she gives me a couple of these. She uses them if she wants to go to Starbucks. My kid loves Starbucks. She likes cake pops and hot chocolate. I'm not giving my kid like anything else, I promise, but she loves hot chocolate and cake pops. So we get her kid-sized hot chocolate and a cake pop, and she has to give me tokens. If she wants to watch a movie before bed, she has to give me tokens. If she wants, to spend a little bit of money at Target, she has to give me them. So she saves them, and she knows what her rewards are, and she uses them to get special privileges. If she wants candy or a sweet snack instead of a healthy snack, she has to give me coins. So that has really been working, and I think that has shown her that I notice when she does good things, and I've noticed the behavior is 30 times better. So that is how our week has went. I am beyond pleased. I am thrilled, actually, and there were hard times. There was times where I literally wanted to pull my hair out. Monday, I was so tired, I thought I was going to fall asleep sitting up. There was times where my 2-year-old literally would not leave us alone. She would literally just come up and punch Adeline for fun. But there was times where my 2-year-old was sitting at the table and working on something while Adolin was working on something independently, or there would be times where Adolin would not give me one issue when her timer went off to come back working at school. And there was so many good times that the couple bad things that happened, I literally just let them go, because we're all going through a change, me and my kids, and we have to give each other grace, and my kids are willing to give me grace, so I'm willing to give them some grace. And we're working on this together. This is new for all of us, but I'm so excited. And so I hope this 1-week update is what you wanted to hear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know how your first week of school went, or what you're most excited about for your first week of school. And yeah, be sure to check out our other videos. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.